So the only real way to get in is to stand on the seat and slide down.
Hi guys, Scott here from Outlaw Garage. We are at a secret location here in Sydney. We're still in Sydney for a couple more days. We've got a garage tour with Greg. He invited us down. We weren't too sure what we were turning up to today, but this is the ultimate man cave.
My name's Greg Gudgeon and welcome to my man cave. We've got a bit of an eclectic sort of collection in here, a mixture of everything. Unfortunately, I like all things cars, so I could have as many as I could fit in there, so that's what restricts me.
We've got a bit of a tour today because we're starting off with Baja.
Yep.
However, it changes rapidly when we go through the door.
Yeah, it's very different inside.
1735?
1776.
76.
So we just basically, literally, a fresh build, so we just rebuilt that motor and put it in it. So it's got into the car basically last weekend and it's just doing its run-in before we head up to Moreton Island to do a Baja trip on the beach.
Look at that inside. And as much as we would love to stay around the bug,
yep,
I think we'll pop inside and see what's inside, because that's where a lot more of the horsepower sits. So where do we start? We're inside, and this is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, because you sent me some photos before we got here. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, and you could kind of zoom in, see some of the cars. GT40, the John Player Special. Is that a Series 6?
Yeah, 635 CSI, yeah. So basically there's 3 of those built up in Queensland. And so all as John Player Specials. So 2 down here in Sydney and 1 at Bathurst.
Oh,
and
okay.
The theory behind them is the first car is a number 11, which was replicate the initial production car brought over from Germany.
Yeah.
This, which was the test car, so this is made up as the Alan Grice car, so number 44. So Grice raced this one in 80.
Oh, okay.
And then had a falling out with the team. And then Jim Richards basically took on, so the last one, the third one of this series is number 31, which is the Jim Richards car.
It's a hell of a livery.
So this one's race set up, so it's a tuned Alpina.
Oh, so this isn't just
makeup, no.
It looks like it.
Yeah. So
this is the real deal.
So the only thing we're missing on this one is the roll cage. And the reason we picked a left-hand drive car, because originally they were left-hand drive, because they were brought in from Germany. That's the production race cars.
Yeah, so this just doesn't have the stickers. This has the whole bit.
Now you have a look on the side exhaust down there.
Is that down the side there?
Yeah.
Let's go. There's a couple of old buses here as well. So
tuned headers on it, this one as well. So.
Oh, there we go. There's a big fat side exhaust.
So on the dogleg 5-speed as well. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that down there as well. This is a real garage tour today because we are slipping through the garage. Sticking with the John Player Special thing, GT40.
Yeah, so this was basically just all black, but I thought it just deserved to be a bit bolder. It does have ghosted GT40 stripes down the side, but you can't really see them.
Oh, does it? No, I didn't really see those.
Yeah, so it's like in the sun you get to see it. But so given that we've got the JPS, the BMW, I thought that black and gold theme would be good for this car, so we decided to stick this one up. So this is a Roaring 40s built in 2005, so on the road basically 2011. So it's got a Boss 290 in this one, so it's it's a great driver, nice and quick, nice and loud.
Yeah, I bet that is phenomenally loud.
But these are great cars, so we've got a few in our club that have got GT40s as well. So one of my mates has got a Superformance as well, so this is a Roaring 40s kit. Roaring 40s is based in Adelaide. So they've gone out of business now. I don't think they're working anymore. But they were basically the closest kit you could get to a GT40 proper Le Mans car.
Yeah.
Most of them would have a 302 or a 427, but they said we wanted something a bit more modern, so having the Boss 290 just makes it quite drivable.
Yeah, and I'm assuming because it's quite near the front, it probably gets out a little bit as well.
Yep.
We are going to pop the door open a little bit here.
And like the normal cars for the Mark 1, so it's got the gearbox, the shifter on the right-hand side.
Oh,
and that's how the race cars, people probably don't realise the original 66 Le Mans race cars were right-hand drive.
It does look like a relatively comfortable place to be.
Yeah, they're great. They said they're a bit of a trick to get in.
Yeah, and I think that's why sometimes you think that they're uncomfortable.
So the only real way to get in is to stand on the seat and slide down. And then once you're in, they're quite comfy.
Yeah,
so.
you've done that a few times. That was done by a pro, that was. If it was me trying to get in, I'd have made a right hash of that.
Yeah. And getting out's just the opposite. But unfortunately, there's no other way. But they're comfy, great ride. So just, you need aircon. They don't have any windows. It's only got these little portals.
Of course.
On the sides.
Yeah, and here in Sydney, where the weather's quite nice. I
Yeah.
imagine that's a little pressure cooker in there, isn't it?
Yeah. Without the aircon, it'd be pretty hard.
Yeah. We don't normally do this, but while we've got the bar behind us, might be a good opportunity to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Loads of content here. We do a lot of Porsche air-cooled content, garage tours, and our adventures in our Porsche 356 and our RWB. So stay tuned and subscribe.
So this is a bit of a twig to the theme of my cars, the 67 number. So you'll notice that there's a number of the cars are 67 models, and that's the year of my birth, obviously. So that's my
theme of the collection.
Yeah. Some of the collection.
Yeah. So then what else have we got here? We are stood in front of a Ferrari
360 F1, the F1 gearbox in these ones. So basically they're a manual gearbox with an automated shifter, so paddle shift shifter. So this is Aussie delivered, 2-owner. But they're quite a modern, easy to drive car. So you know, it's got a Capristo exhaust, which gives it a bit more power and a bit more noise.
Ooh.
But yeah, Nero and Nero, black on black.
Yeah.
Which is a different spec for a 360, so which is one of the things that I liked with it, what sort of drove me to it. And the funny thing is, a mate of mine was the GM for Ferrari, so he actually sold this car new, which was a bit of a...
Wow.
out at
yeah, it's a lovely spec on it.
So when I looked at the logbooks and had his signature in the handover documents,
that was it.
Yep.
Well, there's a good foresight. We've gone dramatically from the Baja outside VW, and then we've gone Series 6, the Ford GT, and then a Ferrari 360 with the F1 box. But we have got some cars here. So let's start over in the corner. Corvette.
Yep.
Stingray.
So this is a 1968 427 big block.
So not a 67.
No, 60, yeah. It's the joke for this one is that my wife's 69 and I'm 67, so this is the car that come between us. We've had this car probably 7 or so years. So it was originally up in the museum at Maitland, and it sat in the Lost in the 50s museum for a bunch of years, not on the road, and then we brought it back and rebuilt the suspension, rewired it, and then basically put the side pipes, because you have to, C3 has to have side pipes, I reckon. No,
that's a beautiful set of side pipes as well.
Oh, they're great. The dug headers with the ceramic coating, so it probably dropped it, you know, by 5 degrees running temperature out of it, just made it so much cooler. Because a big block, it's hard to cool.
Yeah.
And just by having those headers and those side pipes, it was amazing how much it cooled.
Oh, really?
Down.
Just dropped it?
Yeah. So this is an L36, like they're basically the 427. These are the leftovers from the C2s, these motors. So not high performance, you know, only 390 horsepower. But if it was a L88, it'd be a $1 million plus car, because there was only, now there's probably more than there was, but there was only, I think, 100 of those made in production.
Yeah, because there's a few
non-production ones.
Yeah, numbers can be a bit funny with Corvettes, can't they?
Yeah.
There can be a few fakes bombing around.
But this is a 1 year car, so this is the first of the C3s. So there's just some subtle differences they get with these over the 69s. So the first way to indicate to see it's a C3 or 68 is just on the door push button.
Yeah.
So it's indented in. So on the next version models up, just the door, that one. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's flat, and then the other one is the steering on the ignition's on the dash, where on the next versions it goes on the column. Just some subtle 1 year
subtle differences,
which makes it tougher for parts.
Yes.
There's not
those 1 year only.
like it's even the same thing. It's like the door glass is different from a 68 to a 69. So it's just, I think they were raiding their parts bin for what was left in the C2s and started to build the C3 and then obviously refined it and then changed a lot of the parts.
Anniversary edition?
Yes, it is a 40th anniversary. So it's a 1989, Australian delivered. So there's only 89 or so 40th anniversary editions ever made.
That has got a beautiful set of seats.
Yeah, they're lovely interior. So this is the colour combo for the 40th anniversary. All this ivory with the Oz Racing wheels, white, and then the blue interior.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
So it's a 4-cylinder, 2.2 turbo. Ones that probably that people like, they're the V8 version of this one as well, which was actually a Lotus made V8, which are quite rare. So that's a 1980 Ferrari Dino 308 GT4. So basically the same running gear chassis as the Magnum PI 308 GTS, but with a Baton design body. That's the only Baton designed Ferrari. So most of them were Pininfarina or Segoletti, where this is a 2+2. So that's the last Australian delivered 308. There's only 2,900 of those made from 74 to 80. Oh. We've had that one about 30 years.
Oh, this is a long term.
Yeah, so this is our first.
Is it?
Hardcore collector car, yeah. We did a deal with my son because this was the car that he grew up with. So this is basically his car. So when he turned 21, we agreed that we would give it to him for his birthday. So I still look after it and we still have it here. And then I end up getting like giver's remorse or seller's remorse. So I ended up buying, a mate had a 76 red one, so we ended up buying that. So we had two of them. So we did a lot of father and son stuff in our 308s.
That's a cool thing to do, father and son.
Yeah, that was good.
We might skip to the Volkswagens again then. We've got a couple of old buses.
67 Splitty. So this one's a sentimental one as well. It was a mate of mine's had this at Byron Bay in his shop at Surfection for a bunch of years. And so him and his brother built this together. And so they basically didn't know what to do with it. So
looks in great condition. Dog legs are good.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's a good little driver.
Solid bus.
Yeah. And Aussie delivered, so 67. That's the last of the Splitties as well.
Yeah.
So.
Lefty, single cab.
Yep. So this is our Rat Rod Special. So this is our
bit of
shop
patina
truck
on it.
So 56.
Press bumper bus, always a little bit special. It's got.
And so I had a mate do all the graphics work on it. He's actually, when you see upstairs, we've got a couple of murals, so he did the murals as well.
Oh, okay.
He's an old spray painter and decided that painting cars wasn't his thing, so now he does mural art for corporates.
Ah.
And so he did this. So it's tagged with my mate's shop, so Good Spanner. And if you have a look, you probably can't see it, there's a bulldog on the back
I did take a picture of the bulldog, and I'll probably insert it in the video, because I don't think I'll kind of do it justice, but I took a picture of that. I saw that. The interior is clean as well. This runs a slightly bigger motor as well, doesn't it?
Yes, it's got a 1916 in it. So.
Which is brilliant in a bus like this.
And it's got Willwood brakes as well, so it's built for speed.
Oh, it goes and stops.
Yeah. So it's, a lowered, shortened beam as well, so narrow beam.
Yeah. No.
But no, it's our workshop truck. It's we've gone pick stuff up in that, gone to the tip. It does everything. This thing, it just keeps ticking along.
Well, we've got a nice little
so that's
push cart.
A mate built that, so it's a 156 Ferrari replica. And so if you have a look on the poster, so him and his dad.
Oh, there we go.
They take postie bikes and basically build all unique kind of things out of it. So.
So this actually goes as well then?
Yeah. Then we've had this on the road. We drive this around.
That's cool.
If you want to have that theme, we have to work our way into the back.
Yeah.
But I can show you the cousin to that. Which you wouldn't have noticed. So this is called a Horsefly. So not the Harley. So it's a 350 Chevy on a basically a lawnmower sort of built space frame chassis. So that gets up and goes as well. So.
Yeah, now it took me a moment to notice that there is a steering wheel there.
Yeah.
And I did think that was the carburetor, but it's actually the seat as well.
It sits on top of the carburetor, so that's where you sit. So we drive that around the factory as well.
I bet.
And it's noisy.
Yeah, I bet it is. It doesn't come with catalytic converters.
No. Everyone comes around when I start that one up.
Yeah. Just before we leg it, There's a little 356 front end. So we're going to get to the Porsche section of the garage, 912.
Yep, so 1967 912. So a mate of mine built this car with his dad as a labour of love, so, and unfortunately wanted to get married and just needed some funds, so you know, I was lucky enough to be the next custodian of it. So
I guess that was one option.
Yeah.
You could have kept the car.
That's right. But he always rues the day that he got rid of it. But
I tell you what, you got a cracking car. That colour on the exterior, that kind of.
So that's a Ferrari colour. So
is it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a beautiful colour, and then with the interior as well. And
yeah.
That stitching on the rear.
So that's done by a group, InStitch Interiors out at Marrickville. So they do fantastic work down there. So even just getting those Recaro original RS seats for the period as well, so quite hard to get. So he actually put a lot of energy into getting all the parts.
And what's it running in the rear?
1600 original motor.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Yeah. And
a matching numbers car, or?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. There's a throwback, the idiot's guide to keeping your Volkswagen going.
So there's some, again, he's had the carbon fibre look, that dip, plastic dip.
Oh, that's nice inside.
Yeah, so it just changes, it just makes it a bit
oh, that's
modern.
really clean. I was going to say clean and thinking about Keelan coming in and having a look at it as well, because he's got his 912. The carbon fibre is a nice touch on the
it's
dog box, and
that's that dip carbon fibre where they lay the sheet on the water and then basically dip the metal through. So it's
copes well with the heat on the.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. So,
wow.
Yeah, so that's probably been done. That engine was built 4 years ago, so it's been running. We use this fairly often as well. So this has done a lot of photo shoots, been in Vogue and.
So a Vogue star. Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of fashion labels, so Meshki, French Connection have used it for their ads.
It's just a really classic look, isn't it? You can see why it gets in the magazines and people want to see it.
And then the Big Daddy.
Big car here. The new GT3 RS. Nice spec.
Yeah, it's different. It's the only Golf Blue one in Australia. So I think in the world I've seen another 3 that are in Golf Blue. Originally I did want Golf Blue and Golf Orange, but Porsche wouldn't do the orange because it's obviously
copyright or something.
Royalties with Golf, so this was the closest we could get.
Then those wheels.
Yeah, magnesium wheels.
That must have been nice for them to make at the Porsche factory, because they probably get a lot of black, white GT3 RSs, and then all of a sudden this comes rolling through and they're like, oh, well, we're actually doing something a little bit different.
Yeah, they do. Their program's not too bad with the paint to sample, but it was the whole reason for us going Golf Blue, because we're building that EV 911 as well, and that's the colour we've picked for that. So
which we should probably come back and cover another day.
We've gone a little bit extreme with our 911, so we've got a Cascade Motion EV motor in that, so I didn't want to go second hand.
Yeah. So
we bought a brand new one, which they're Cascade Motion are the guys that do all the Formula E race engines.
Okay.
So it's about 400 horsepower, but it's 4,000 newton meters of torque at the wheels. It'd be good to have it lined up with this one. I think that's one of the goals for the next Luftwasser, is maybe get the 2 of them down there and have a drag race.
At the track there.
Yeah. As a show, just as something, I think it'd be, like, it's very polarising, the EV.
Yeah, it is.
But it's one of those things, I had a car, it was a great donor for it, and then having the others, it's not that I'm an EV nut by any means, but it's...
Did the car come with an engine or anything?
No, it had no running gear when I bought it.
So it was just a...
And it had been heavily abused as well. So it was, and we've done everything, like metal, floor, guards, doors, like everything's been fabricated, everything's new on that car.
Yeah.
So no expense.
Great donor.
Yeah. So Machines and Macchiato is our car club. So we run here on the Northern Beaches. So we run Cars and Coffee or Machines and Macchiatos on the 3rd Sunday of every month up at Terry Hill. So we get about 300 cars there regularly. And so all our donations, all the money we raise goes to Bear Cottage or Cure Brain Cancer. So over the past 10 years, we've raised about $200,000 for them.
Whew. Congratulations, well done.
And this is our home, this is the office.
And what an office that is. This is probably the worst office I've ever seen.
So there's a few little models and knickknacks and things, and
oh, bus. What an office. Love the little surfboard.
Yeah, a great little bar.
Yeah, and taps as well. We're not messing around here with takeaway bottles.
And these are some of the murals that a mate of mine did for me. So the same guy that basically painted up the VW.
Yeah.
So just the Le Mans theme, given that we've got the GT40 and the Ferrari, it was a little piece from Ferrari. So it was all made of car parts, so a little bit of art. Street car art.
Okay.
So you can see, you pick out the keys, bearings, you know, the door trims, the door handles, brake pads for the spoiler at the back, the wing.
Oh wow, that is a cool little piece.
That's our Eleanor mural that our mate did for us as well, so Bill. So just the nod for it, and you can see I actually had a graphic artist in Yamundi, of all places, do the digital prints for me. And
that's nice.
And then my mate basically projected that on the wall and then spray painted that up there.
Oh, and the old bulldog there as well. Well, what a lovely office space. And the 356 picture here as well. Well, congratulations and thanks for the invite.
No,
We're here
welcome.
in Sydney and we were asking, well, where to go for cars and coffee and things like that. And you reached out and said, come into the garage. I was like, oh yeah, we'll come round and we'll have a nice drive over. Did not expect this at all. It's it's a brilliant collection. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Great for you guys to come, and you know, hopefully I get to see you again. So
yeah, well, we should definitely cover the EV, and we should definitely come to you on cars and coffee events as well.
Yeah,
great work with the charity. So yeah, well done.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Scott.